If you're looking to diversify your income or create a side hustle that will allow you to one day quit your job, then this video is for you. I'm going to break down the 5 best side hustles for 2024. The first side hustle we're going to start out with is a mobile notary signing agent for real estate transactions. So you just aren't any regular old notary, you're going to specialize in loan documents and closing documents for real estate transactions. You see, mobile notaries are in high demand for real estate transactions because a lot of times the buyer or the seller can't get physically to the office to sign the documents. So the title company instead will send out a mobile notary. And becoming a notary is fairly easy. In Texas, you just have to be over 18, a resident of Texas, and no felonies in your criminal record. The cost to maintain your notary license is also pretty cheap. For 4 years, it's less than $100. And most mobile notaries can charge anywhere from $150 to $350 for a signing or closing. So you get all your money back after the first client. And if you just do 2 closings a week, maybe on the weekends, that's an extra $300 to $600 a week, or an extra $1 to $2 grand a month. The best part is, these transactions normally take 30 minutes or less, so you're making all that money for a very short amount of time. And the best way to market yourself as a mobile notary is to do word-of-mouth referrals, drop off business cards, network with local title companies, realtors, real estate agents, investors, and let them know that you offer these services. And if you really put in the work to market yourself, you can easily do 4 closings a day, 4 days a week, and that's an extra $2,400 a month, and that's easily 6 figures a year. It's pretty simple. You just get the loan documents and the closing documents from the title company and the lender, look at their instructions on how they want you to send it back, and then print that all out, go to the closing, have the buyer and seller sign all the required signatures, and then send it back to the lender or the title company. Since notary signing agents do handle sensitive documents like financial documents, you have to undergo annual background screenings to make sure that you are legitimate and you're not a criminal. And the screening process is pretty thorough. It takes about 5 to 10 business days, and they go through government records, DMV records, local courthouse records, and do a full complete background check on you as an individual. So the steps to become a notary signing agent is to 1, become a licensed notary in your state, 2, take a loan document signing course, 3, pass an exam and background check to make sure that you're compliant, 4, buy your signing supplies like your notary stamp, pens, etc. And lastly, buy some kind of liability insurance. A $25,000 policy should be enough to cover anything that pops up. So the next side hustle that we're going to talk about is freelancing, but only if you have a specific skill set. See, I'm not talking about any regular virtual assistant that just does menial tasks, because you're competing with the entire world and people willing to accept a few bucks an hour for that job. However, I'm talking about something that has a specific skill set that you're 90% better than your competition in. This can be Photoshop, logo designs, video editing, website creation, SEO, marketing, digital media marketing, architectural renderings, anything like that. An easy way to determine if you have a high demand skill is if you have some sort of special software that you need to use to do your skill or your job. For example, video editors have to use Adobe Premiere Pro to edit and export their videos. Photographers that do logo creation, they have their own software for that as well. Same with architectural renderings. You have AutoCAD and other high-powered software to create these architectural plans and renderings. If you have some sort of specialized software, it's a good sign that you have a niche skill that's in demand and that you can't easily replicate from the general population. The best part of this side hustle is that there's no startup cost. It's all skills and knowledge that you already have in your head, and you probably already have that software, so you don't have to buy any new software. All you do is market your services on online websites like Fiverr and Upwork, and the only time you actually have to spend money is if you want to boost your marketing by paying for ads on those websites or PPC. Also, this is my only side hustle on this list that is 100% remote and virtual. You can work from anywhere in the world and do the side hustle. And the best way to do this is to arbitrage earning money in US dollars and then living abroad in a cheaper country like Latin America or Southeast Asia. Or if you just want to travel and be flexible and work from home, it's also a great option. For example, for my new construction projects, I pay a virtual assistant to create my renderings off the architectural floor plans, and I've tried a lot of different ones, but she's the best one I've had, and she's the most expensive. But I keep coming back to her because her quality is just that much better than the competition. These 3D renderings help me determine the colors and the finishes of the floor plans and designs before I actually build the house, and allows me to make changes without having to spend a lot of money too late in the process. And my assistant charges me $100 per rendering, and I normally do about 10 renderings, so it's $1,000 each time for each job, and she has some other clients as well. So as you can see, she's not cheap, but she's just that much better than the competition. So you have to be honest with yourself if you're really that good at what you do in order to make money. Because if you're really not that good, the market will humble you when you try to market your services. Being the best allows you to command premium pricing and repeat customers, and that's what makes this side hustle very lucrative. Now, the next side hustle I'm going to talk about is pressure washing. Pressure washing has a really low startup cost. You really just need to buy a pressure washing machine, and you can get a pretty good one for about $350. You can easily charge $250 to $400 per house to pressure wash the sides of the house and the driveways. And that takes about 2 to 3 hours normally. So you make all your money back just off one job. And the best part is, you don't have to pay for water. You use your client's water at their property, so you're not paying for a water bill or anything like that. Even if you just do 2 houses on the side on the weekends, once a week, that's an extra $500 to $800 a week for a pretty simple side hustle. However, keep in mind, don't pressure wash roofs. Even if the client asks you to, pressure washing a roof can damage the shingles and lower the life expectancy of the roof. They have special soft washing techniques for that, and if you want to get into that and offer that as an extra service, you can, but just be aware it's different than pressure washing. Where it gets even more lucrative is if you can get commercial properties to get your services for pressure washing. I'm talking about apartment complexes or small strip center retail malls. For example, a small 14-unit apartment complex is just 2 buildings. Yes, they're a lot bigger than a normal house, but they charge per door. You can charge $50 to $100 per door to pressure wash, so that's easily $700 to $1,400. Let's just go in the middle and say $1,000 to pressure wash that. And it'll only take you maybe 5 to 7 hours to pressure wash, but you're making 3 or 4 times the money than pressure washing a house that takes 2 to 3 hours. On top of that, there's less commute. Instead of driving to 2 to 3 different houses, you're just driving to one location and one job site and getting it done, and it's more efficient. For example, I paid a pressure washing company $1,700 to pressure wash my 32-unit apartment complex, and they knocked it out in 1 day. However, there is some risk of liability that you can damage a window or certain things like a vehicle, so you want to get liability insurance as well, just like a notary signing agent. And also, there is a small learning curve on how to use a pressure washer correctly, so watch some YouTube videos and then offer to practice for free on houses of friends and family before you actually start charging customers. Eventually, you can start scaling up as it's a very simple job. You can hire people to pressure wash and pay them $100 a job, which is about $30 to $40 an hour, but you're charging the client $300 for their job, so you're making a $200 spread without having to do anything. Now imagine 4 employees pressure washing 3 to 4 houses a week. That's easily an extra $3,000 in your pocket and over 6 figures a year. Like a mobile notary signing agent, your marketing is gonna be word of mouth, networking, dropping off flyers, asking apartment complex managers if you can talk to the owners and do a contract, talking to local builders and realtors, etc. Now, the next side hustle is flipping items. This has been around since the beginning of time, and there's so many different things you can flip. Sofas, couches, electronics, iPhones, watches, cars, even houses. You just have to find a product at a cheap price, at a deep discount, and then resell it and make a spread. A great place to find discounted items is Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, free section. Yes, people still use Craigslist in 2024. I know, it's surprising. But garage sales, estate sales, all these places you can find great items at a big discount. Finding these deals is the hardest part. Selling them is pretty easy. If you price it right, places like eBay and Facebook Marketplace, things will fly off the shelf and sell pretty quick. However, not all items are easy to resell, so you want to focus on stuff that is very in demand and very popular and very easy to sell, so you can minimize holding times and maximize profits. Sometimes you can even find great deals on the clearance section of grocery stores or Ross or Target, stuff like that. One popular item is furniture. People are always moving, downsizing their homes, moving to a new apartment, starting up Airbnbs, closing down Airbnbs, so there's always furniture on the move, and sofas and couches are a pretty popular item that can get a decent amount of money. You can sell used sofa and couches from $400 to maybe over $1,000 secondhand. The same goes for appliances. Washers and dryers, microwaves, stoves, dishwashers, refrigerators. All those are high-ticket items that are always in demand as well. For me, it's flipping houses. People think I'm in the real estate business, but I'm really just in the flipping business, and my product just has higher spreads than a car or a sofa. Obviously, you have to know the process of buying and selling real estate, and it's a little more complicated than, say, flipping a sofa, but once you understand it, it can become a very lucrative business. It even allowed me to quit my 9-to-5 job just flipping real estate. The last side hustle I'm going to talk about is photo booths. Yes, I'm talking about the photo booths you see at parties and events where you can take selfies and make all these memories. But did you know that's also a very lucrative side hustle? I'm not talking about those old grainy photo booths that print out on a little piece of paper. I'm talking about modern, high-tech, new photo booths, GIFs, virtual backdrops, green screens, etc. Also, these high-tech and modern photo booths can send the pictures and videos directly to your phone or email. Photo Booth Supply Company sells modern photo booths from $5,000 to $10,000, and yes, it's a much higher startup cost, but they offer financing as well, as low as $150 a month. And no, I'm not sponsored or affiliated with them, just based off my research, that's a company I found that has these modern photo booths that can do pretty well. You need to create a website for your company and start marketing it. There are so many uses for photo booths. Graduation parties, weddings, baby showers, corporate events, holiday parties, high school proms, the list is endless. And you can have a menu of different pricing. You can charge a minimum of 3 or 4 hours, or you can charge for an entire day or an entire weekend. For a 4-hour block, you can easily charge $500 to $600 if you market yourself as a high-end premium photo booth. You can even charge $1,000 for a whole day or $2 to $3 grand for a whole weekend. So as you can see, after you do several jobs, you can easily make your initial investment back and then start making profits. So there you have it. Those are my 5 best side hustles that I think will work in 2024. A mobile notary signing agent, freelancing if you have a specific skill set that's in high demand, pressure washing, flipping items, and photo booths. If you found any value or got any great ideas from this video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more real estate and personal finance content.